The Miracle Perspective, showing you the person you are meant to be. It's finished.
It's the time of the day. Please don't be late. Call your friends, I'll call my friends. Let's go and be changed. TMP is doing the most. TMP is doing the most. It's the time of the day. Please don't be late. Call your friends, I'll call my friends.
So I'm at church on Sunday. So the way our church is set up is that we fellowship in a tent, right? So we erect the tent in the morning and we drop it after. Tedious work. But because we're in a new facility, so we have to do that every Sunday. We don't mind. We do it all the time. And after church, as we're busy packing stuff and preparing to take the tent back into the storage, where we are going to pass, on the lane that we're going to be passing by, this guy decides to come and pee just where we're going to be passing. He pees right there. So the guys I'm working with, I was not seeing this. I was not aware of this because I'm looking the other way. And then the guys I'm working with, they're like, hey, this guy is just peeing where we're going to pass. So as I raised my head, I didn't even think twice about it. I saw this guy peeing. I'm like, hey, my brah. He turns around. I'm like, can you just point it in the other direction because we're going to pass by where you are peeing? And then the guys I'm with, they start laughing. They're shocked. They're like, hey, this guy just told this guy straight. And they're laughing. They're in, like they were awe-stricken at the time. And the guy I told to stop peeing and point the other direction, he does as I said. He actually turns around and he pees the other direction. And these guys are shocked. They're amazed. They're like, hey, bro, you're not even scared. And I laugh. I'm like, why? Right? And then we let it slide. It was a scene that passed. And then as we were busy working, later it hits my mind again. I'm like, why exactly were these guys impressed by that? And then I asked them, I'm like, gents, why were you guys so impressed about that? Like, why were you so impressed that I told the guy to pee in the other direction? They're like, no, man, you're not even scared of telling that guy. I'm like, scared? Why would I be scared? They're like, hey, bro, it's just somehow. I'm like, were you scared? They're like, yeah, we were scared. I'm like, why were you scared? Why exactly were you scared? Were you scared that he's gonna beat you up for telling him that? They're like, nah, not really. So I'm like, what exactly was your fear? Because I mean, if it was a matter of fighting, it's us against one person. Definitely we're gonna win that one. So what exactly were you scared of? Then now these guys are like, well, we're not really sure, but we're just scared of what he was gonna say. Like, what if he told us where to get off? I'm like, And that's what brought me to speaking about this topic today, the topic of fear. You know, in my mind, thinking about that situation later, I realized that how many of us actually are held back from doing what we really want to do because of fear. And what is very interesting in my mind is that the biggest fear that we have is not really the fear of physical pain. People are not scared of physical pain. And it became more evident to me when I think of people who are buff. I'm like, buff guys, people with muscles. And I was like, aren't they scared of things? And I realized that they're so scared. Those guys are scared. As buff as they are, there are things that frightens them. Meaning that the fear is not really of a physical pain type of fear. It's a fear of more emotional pain than physical. Meaning people are more scared of how they will feel from situations than being scared of how the body, the pain of the physical body will feel. And it also came to my mind that growing up, our parents usually use a hiding to bring us back in line. And it does work to a certain degree, but there's a certain stage in our lives where a hiding doesn't do anything at all, and we are not scared of that. But now the biggest pain comes with words that are said to us. And I'm like, So the biggest problem with fear is the emotional pain that we get. And that is why people do not move forward. You've got people who are scared of pursuing their dreams. And when you think about what exactly are they scared of, It's the feeling that will come with failure. When they say I'm scared, what if I fail? It's not the failure itself that's making them stuck in one place. It's actually the feeling of failure. Feeling like, man, I'm not competent enough. The feeling of embarrassment. That's what people are more scared of. So we are more protective of our feelings and our emotions than the actual outcome of the event. So in dealing with fear, it came to my mind then that when you want to deal with the fear that you have, regardless of what the fear is, fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of the unknown, you need to ask yourself, what exactly am I scared of? Because you need to identify the type of fear you're dealing with before you can actually deal with the fear. Before you can try and say, hey, move, just confront it, man, you're not gonna die. Before people say, come on, don't be scared, just do it anyway. Before you do it anyway, you need to confront why you are scared. What exactly are you scared of? Once you know what it is that you're scared of, then you ask yourself the second question, which is, why are you scared of what you're scared of? And the reason why people are scared of certain things is because of past experiences that they might have experienced or gone through that made them feel a certain way. Therefore, when a similar situation happens today, they do not want to go back to that feeling that they had. For example, I lost my confidence in high school when my teacher told me that I'm demon possessed in front of the whole class, and the whole class laughed at me. And I felt so embarrassed. And from there on, I was very reserved. I kept my comments to myself. I couldn't speak out like I used to before I was told that. And later on, when I started interrogating my fear, I realized that the fear that I have is of feeling embarrassed and ashamed of myself. And I decided to go back and understand, why am I scared of feeling embarrassed? And I realized that, it is that situation that happened in the classroom that made me feel embarrassed, and I don't want to feel like that again. So before you deal with your fear, identify what it is. What are you scared of? Second thing, identify why you are scared of it. Then deal with that thing. Close that previous situation or the old experience that caused you to be scared, right? I made peace with the fact that, you know what, I was stupid, I was young, and I was very naughty, and I was making noise. I deserved to be told what I was told by my teacher. And I mean, she didn't mean it in a bad way. And obviously, everybody was going to laugh at me because it was quite funny. And because I made peace with that, I now got over that fear. I'm like, it is my responsibility to judge my actions before I actually do something. Then I will prevent feeling a certain way because I've got a certain reaction. You get what I mean? So you close that previous experience, then you can take the next step, which is to take massive action. Once you dealt with what your fear is and why you are scared of, then deal with that and start taking massive action. 3 things will change your life dramatically when it comes to fear. Identify what your fear is, why your fear is that, and take massive action when you have closed the chapter. And this is spoken about in my upcoming book, The 5-Friend University, which I want you to have. You need to hold that book with you because it's going to help you conquer your fear. It's going to help you get over the things that are holding you back, the traumas. You know, you don't realize that you've got traumas until you realize what you are not able to do today. What are you not able to do? You've got ideas in your mind that you want to execute. You've got a business idea that you know that if I can just get this running, I'm going to be successful. But you are held back by the fear of failure. You're like, what if it fails? What if people judge me when I start marketing my product? What if people feel like what I'm bringing now is not good? So basically, you're scared of judgment. What are people going to say? That fear is what's holding you back. And where it comes from is the problem, because you need to deal with the trauma before you can move forward. So the book that I'm bringing to you, The 5-Friend University, is going to help you to go through the fear that you're going through and deal with where it comes from. But most importantly, it's going to give you tools to know what to do and how to take action going forward. So get the book through the link down below. 5 Rand. The Miracle Perspective. Pre-order your copy. You get to choose your own cover before the release date, and that is the 25th of July. The book is going to be delivered right at your doorstep. After buying it online, you will get to specify your details, your address, and all of those things. Then your book is going to be delivered to you. And after the 25th of July, you won't be able to choose the copy that you want. You will just get what I choose. So buy it now before that special gets to an end. And by the way, the $270 that it costs to buy the book includes the shipping costs. Wherever you are, it's included in the $270 that you're gonna buy the book for. After the 25th of July, you're gonna lose that special. You will have to pay extra fees to cover your shipping costs. So buy it now before the special comes to an end. This is a birthday gift to the world from me. I want you to get it now before my birthday so that we can all celebrate on my birthday. Thank you for joining me once again. Remember to get the book 5 Rand. The Miracle Perspective and deal with 3 things. Identify your fear, why you have the fear, and take massive action. See your life turn for the better. It's finished.
The Miracle Perspective, showing you the person you are meant to be. It's finished.